This is the craziest race.
The 2020 U.S. presidential election was always expected to be a dramatic and eventful ride. But nobody predicted a global pandemic would upend every facet of the campaign.
You know, tackling this pandemic is a national emergency, akin to fighting a war.
Here are 10 pivotal moments from the election year.
But this is what the end result is.
Back in February, Donald Trump's re-election prospects looked relatively strong. He was cleared on 2 charges from his Senate impeachment trial, and the economy was roaring. After years of strife, the moment offered him a chance for a reset.
We're in this for the long haul.
Joe Biden's own presidential bid, on the other hand, was faltering after disappointing finishes in the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary. But things changed as soon as African Americans began voting in large numbers. Biden blew the field away in South Carolina, setting the stage for a stunning run. And meanwhile, COVID-19 cases were beginning to circulate.
Typically that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though.
After weeks of downplaying the threat, Trump delivered this rare national address in March.
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic.
2 days later, a national emergency was declared. The virus would become the dominant election issue and keep candidates off the campaign trail for months. In the meantime, Bernie Sanders dropped out of the Democratic race, which allowed Biden to turn his focus squarely to the general election, with nearly 7 months to go.
I accept this nomination for President of the United States of America.
Opinion polls in April showed an uptick in public approval of Trump's handling of the pandemic. Then came this moment.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
Public health experts were quick to reject the idea. Trump later claimed he was being sarcastic.
This is the
That
same
was
man.
said sarcastically, you know that.
His public image took another hit in June amid national protests against racial injustice. Crowds outside the White House were cleared with pepper spray to allow a Trump photo shoot outside a church. This image would haunt the president. His approval rating dropped to a 7-month low.
The case against Donald Trump and Mike Pence is open and shut.
In August, Biden tapped Senator Kamala Harris for his running mate. She swiftly proved herself to be a huge asset, energizing the Democratic base and bringing in fundraising dollars. The following month, the worst fears of liberals came true. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died less than 2 months before the election. Trump didn't hesitate to pick her replacement, giving conservatives a reason to cheer, but it also galvanized Democrats, especially women.
It is highly fitting that Justice Barrett fills the seat of a true pioneer for women.
With much to gain, Trump came into his first debate with Biden looking for a fight, but his belligerence worked against him.
Justice, radical left.
Would you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
Who's
is on your
so
list?
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
Polls and focus groups showed swing voters were repulsed by his behavior. After weeks of holding huge in-person rallies, the president then tested positive for COVID. It kept him off the campaign trail for 10 days. His infection made the White House look bumbling and hypocritical. It ensured the virus remained the central issue of the campaign as Election Day approached.